In the bustling city of Nairobi, where skyscrapers touch the clouds and the air buzzes with endless possibilities, a tale of love, power, and betrayal begins to unfold. This is the story of Mwangi, a charismatic politician, and Wanjiku, a beautiful and ambitious journalist, whose secret romance will shake the very foundations of the city. Their paths crossed at a high-profile charity event. Mwangi was delivering a passionate speech about the future of Kenya, while Wanjiku was covering the event for her news channel. After the event, Mwangi approached Wanjiku, captivated by her intelligence and beauty. They exchanged numbers under the guise of a future interview. Their relationship blossomed in secret. They met in secluded cafes, walked along the less crowded parts of Uhuru Park, and enjoyed late-night conversations over candlelit dinners. But not everything was perfect. Mwangi was a married man, and his political career was on the rise. Wanjiku began to feel the weight of their secret and the impending consequences. One evening, as they sat by the fireplace in Mwangi's private villa, Wanjiku confronted him about their future. She couldn't live in the shadows anymore. Mwangi promised to make things right, but the stakes were high. His political enemies were always watching, and any scandal could ruin him. Unknown to them, someone had been following their every move. A shadowy figure, determined to expose their affair for personal gain, was ready to strike. One morning, the headlines were ablaze with their scandal. Photos of their secret meetings were splashed across every newspaper and news channel. Mwangi's world began to crumble. His wife, his political allies, and his reputation were all at stake. Determined to find the person behind the leak, Mwangi and Wanjiku joined forces. They had to uncover the truth before everything they cared about was destroyed. Their investigation led them through a maze of deceit and danger. Each clue brought them closer to the shadowy figure, but the stakes were getting higher. Just as they were about to confront the person behind the scandal, a startling revelation shook them to their core. The betrayal was closer than they had ever imagined. As the dust settled from the shocking revelation, Mwangi and Wanjiku faced their betrayer, Kamal, Mwangi's longtime advisor and confidant, who had sold them out for personal gain. Mwangi was shocked. He did not believe that Kamal can betray him. He was his personal advisor for a long time. What happened? Mwangi asked himself. Kamal confessed his actions with a smirk, saying he was jealous of him for a long time. His betrayal stemmed from a combination of greed, ambition, and fear. Years of serving in Mwangi's shadow had fostered a deep resentment. When approached by powerful figures offering wealth and power, Kamal saw an opportunity to elevate his status. The promise of financial gain and political influence was too tempting to resist, and his jealousy and frustration with Mwangi's success drove him to betray the very person who had trusted him the most. But before Mwangi could react, the police, tipped off by Kamal, stormed the building. Mwangi and Wanjiku had to make a swift escape. Now fugitives, Mwangi and Wanjiku went into hiding. They had to find a way to clear their names and expose Kamal's treachery without getting caught. They reached out to an old friend, Maureen, who agreed to help them. They started to gather evidence against Kamal. They uncovered a trail of corruption, bribes, and dirty deals that pointed straight to him. As they delved deeper, Wanjiku discovered something shocking. Kamal wasn't working alone. He was part of a larger conspiracy that reached the highest levels of government. Their discovery put them in even greater danger. Kamau and his powerful allies were closing in, determined to silence them before the truth could come out. To expose Kamau and the conspiracy, they decided to set a trap. They arranged a fake meeting to lure Kamau into revealing his connections. The plan worked. Kamau arrived, and under the pretense of a secret deal, he started to spill details of the conspiracy. The entire confession was recorded. Just as Kamau realized he was trapped, the police, this time tipped off by Maureen with the evidence, stormed in and arrested him. The tide was finally turning. With Kamau in custody and the evidence in hand, Mwangi and Wanjiku went public. The scandal rocked the nation, but the truth set them free. With the truth revealed, Mwangi and Wanjiku looked forward to a new beginning. Their relationship, forged in the fires of scandal, was stronger than ever. Mwangi decided to run for a higher office, aiming to bring real change from within the system. Wanjiku stood by his side, using her platform to rally public support. Against all odds, Mwangi won the election. His victory was not just a personal triumph but a symbol of hope for a new era of accountability and integrity. With the corrupt forces dismantled, Mwangi and Wanjiku set out to rebuild the political system. Their journey had been fraught with challenges, but their love and commitment had triumphed. The story of Mwangi and Wanjiku is a testament to the power of love, courage, and integrity. They showed that even in the face of betrayal and corruption, the truth can prevail, and justice can be achieved. On the other hand, in the wake of the scandal, Mwangi's wife, Wairimu, faced immense public scrutiny and personal heartbreak. Wairimu, a strong and dignified woman, initially struggled with the betrayal. Her husband's affair was not just a personal blow but a public humiliation that affected her deeply. Despite the pain, Wairimu decided to focus on her own well-being and the well-being of her children. Determined to rebuild her life, Wairimu pursued her passions and interests that had long been overshadowed by her husband's political career. She became involved in various charitable organizations, using her influence to advocate for women's rights and support victims of public scandals. Through her work, Wairimu found a new sense of purpose and strength. Her resilience became an inspiration to many, demonstrating that even in the face of personal betrayal, one can rise above and make a positive impact on society. While Mwangi and Wairimu's relationship faced irreparable damage, they eventually reached a place of mutual respect and understanding. For the sake of their children and their shared past, they decided to maintain a cordial relationship. In the end, Wairimu's story highlights the importance of inner strength and the ability to find one's path even in the face of adversity. The story of Mwangi, Wanjiku, and Wairimu is a complex tapestry of love, betrayal, and redemption. It reminds us that while betrayal can shatter lives, it can also pave the way for new beginnings.